Hello and welcome to Spinners and Winners. I'm Jonathan Karl here in the House Budget Committee room where I just spoke to the returning House Budget Chairman Paul Ryan, better known as the Republican vice presidential nominee, in his first interview since the election. Congressman, thanks for taking time to talk to us.
Welcome back to the Budget Committee.
So, did you think you'd be back here?
You know, it was definitely a possibility. I like the Budget Committee. I've done a lot of good work here, and in many ways it feels good to be back.
When did you know you were going to lose?
When we saw the final numbers kind of rolling in on Virginia and Ohio is when we knew.
So bring me in the room. How much of a shock was it?
Well, you know, we thought we had a really good chance of winning. You know, the polling and the data and all the people who are the smart people who watch this stuff, they had a pretty optimistic view on the night. And so going into Boston that day, we felt like we had a pretty darn good chance of winning. So as you can imagine, it was a bit of a shock when we didn't win.
So there's an upside to losing.
There's an upside to losing, which is reconnection with my family. You know, the great thing about this, just this last weekend, I got to go to both my boys' basketball games. I got to go to 2 of my daughter's volleyball games. She passed hunter safety, and next weekend is opening weekend for deer season, and I'm taking my daughter hunting. And that's what I'm looking forward to most right now. And I'm really looking forward to just spending the holidays with my family and getting reconnected.
And then we'll see you run in 2016, right?
Aren't you tired of presidential politics?
No,
I know I am.
I'm always ready. I'm always ready. Would Jana let you run again?
Hey, look, let's just deal with one thing at a time. I got to think people are a little sick of hearing about presidential speculation after we just finished this presidential campaign.
You said in an earlier interview, you said that the reason why Obama won is he drove up the turnout in the urban areas.
Well, I think I'll let the pundits decide exactly how he won. The point is he got more votes than we did. That's how he won.
Right. But this wasn't the urban areas, right? I mean, it was the urban areas in part, but he won New Hampshire, he won Iowa.
Oh, no, what I'm saying is he did a great job in turnout. He marveled on how good his turnout was in 2008, and then he even exceeded his turnout in 2010. So the president deserves kudos for having a fantastic ground game. And the point I'm simply making is he won. He won fair and square. He got more votes. And that's the way our system works. And so he ought to be congratulated for that.
Okay, so the president wins 330-some electoral votes, every battleground state with the exception of North Carolina. Does Barack Obama now have a mandate?
I don't think so, because they also reelected the House Republicans.
You know, the members of our majority understand how important it is to avert the fiscal cliff.
So whether people intend it or not, we've got divided government.
So you don't think there's a mandate here?
So I don't, because then they would have put Nancy Pelosi in charge of the House of Representatives. This was a very close election. And unfortunately, divided government didn't work very well the last 2 years. We're going to have to make sure it works in the next 2 years.
But if there was one issue that the president campaigned on, it was raising taxes on the wealthy. Every single speech he gave.
We can't afford another round of budget-busting tax cuts for the wealthy.
Doesn't he have a mandate there? The top earners.
Well,
seeing them pay more of their fair share as the president.
So you can do that through loopholes without compromising growth. But what we have learned, history and economics, is that if you keep raising tax rates on job creators, it will cost us jobs.
But let me be crystal clear here. Are you saying that you will not support any
I'm not into
that
negotiating.
Raises tax rates?
We're not into negotiating with the media here, but I'll tell you what I think. I think what I thought a week ago, which is raising tax rates hurts economic growth.
But could you see yourself supporting a plan that raises tax rates?
You know, I'm not for raising tax rates.
So you won't support a plan?
I don't want to get into negotiating with the media, but I do not support raising tax rates.
Period.
Yeah, I've said that. I've been saying that my entire career. Let me say it again, Jonathan. You can get higher revenues for the federal government through tax reform without having to raise tax rates.
Bill Kristol, who strongly supported you, urged Mitt Romney to choose you as his running mate, said, it won't kill the country if Republicans raise taxes a little bit on millionaires.
Take away the loopholes. That's the better way to do it.
So you're willing to see the wealthy pay higher taxes?
Sure, yeah, but not through higher... See, here's the problem that people think about when it comes to economics. You're not just making the baseball player, the movie star, the hedge fund guy pay higher tax rates. It's the small business that owns that business at the edge of town, that has the industrial park, that has 100 or 200 employees. That's the person you're raising taxes on, which kills jobs. Let's find a way of closing loopholes which are uniquely enjoyed, disproportionately enjoyed by higher income people without raising rates on job creators.
Congressman Ryan, thank you for taking the time.
Easy,
appreciate it.
Yeah, you bet.
That's it for Spinners and Winners. For ABC News and Yahoo News, I'm Jonathan Karl. You can follow me all week long on Twitter, @JohnKarl, or on Facebook. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time.